afternoon, everybody. The action has started here in beautiful Cashmere, Washington. It's game of the week of the Cashmere Soccer League. Going from right to left on your screen in blue with black trunks is Central Air United. Going in green in a multitude of colors on their trunks. But going from left to right is Bad Apples, the league champs. Going for their cup title. The header that time stopped by a goalkeeper for Central Air, Rudy Hoya. This is the second quarterfinal out of 4 here today. We have Cashmere FC being the first team to qualify, and they will play the winner of Cuervos against Primos. But in the meantime, we want to see whether Bad Apples continue their strong season or if Central Air can pull off the upset. Whistle on the play. It will be Central. Make that Bad Apples putting it back into action. The short touch to the goalkeeper. The long push up field. Can't quite find Josh Brack. It will be Central Air putting it back into action. 1 minute, 30 seconds into this. It will be Rudy Hoya putting it back into play. The long push-up field. Wall. Sending it to the throw-in is Eric Duffy. Beautiful sunny day of fall here. We're right behind Cashmere Middle School near the intersection of Pioneer and Tigner. The long push-up field, Sandoval, Jesus Sandoval, trying to find Daniel Sandoval, finding who he does with some space. The triangulation opening the game up to the right side. Right shot across and cleared away by the back line of Bad Apples. It will be a throw-in for Central Air. That shot across that time by Justin Garalde. The throw-in trying to find none other than Elias Fortney. Thompson. The quick run down the flank, painting the stripe. Daniel Sandoval on the mark, shot across, and Rudy Hoya with the stop. Hoya. Daniel Sandoval, the numberless wonder there. Asking for it on the right side is Alexander Thompson. To him it goes, cleared away by Jesus Sandoval on a nimble maneuver. Jesus on the mark is Vidal Hurtado. Jesus, nice move that time. Pushing it upfield, connecting with Omar Solis. Touch to the back, whistle on the play. It will be Central Air. I like Central Air's attitude here in the early going. Going right at him. No intimidation factor whatsoever. They're thrown by Jesus Sandoval. Finding Rivas. Cristian Rivas, shot across. And before Mr. Guerra could catch up to it, his defenseman Eric Duffy sending it to the corner kick. 3 minutes, 53 seconds into this first half of play. The short corner kick that time. Fortney connecting with Rivas. Sent out of bounds once again. Will it be a throw-in? It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Central Air. There's the throw-in. Jesus Sandoval. The short touch. Rivas the shot and the stop by Guerra. Glad to have you with us in this lovely afternoon of soccer here in the Cashmere Valley. Hurtado. Defensive effort by Sandoval. Can't quite get to connect to that header. Stopped ultimately by Rudy Hoya. Bit of a handball there. Right in front of the referee. No question about it. It was Elias Fortney. Cut infragranti delicto with that handball. It will be a free kick for Bad Apples. The long kick upfield. Deflected by the back line of Central Air. Trying again is Hurtado right at the feet of Sandoval. Connecting with Jesus Sandoval this time. Jesus Sandoval. The stop. Left-footed touch. And ball sails out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Bad Apples. A well-marked Eric Duffy that time. Can't do much. Fording on the recovery. Pushing it for Sandoval. Right-footed touch to the Birds. 5 minutes, 35 seconds into this first half of play. We have a substitution. It looks like Jordan Lindstrom will enter the contest for Bad Apples. And Rusty Gibbs will enter the contest for Central Air. The long ball rejected by Jimmy Fernandez. Ball sails out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Bad Apples, little by little, inch by inch. Bad Apples bringing more danger to the gate. Defended by that man, Rudy Hoya, who has to dive in a kind of an awkward fashion to push the ball out of bounds. No, play remains in bounds. Hurtado connecting back to his keeper, Guerra. Back to Hurtado, pushing the reset button. Hurtado. The touch for Hunter. Rejected. Duffy. Back to Guerra. Guerra directing traffic. Dribbling header that time. And the hands of Rudy Hoya. Good effort by Jordan Lindstrom on one of his first touches off the bench. Jesus Sandoval on the move. Down the left side into Bad Apples territory. Shading towards the center alley. Across it we go. Right-footed touch. That time by Damian Sandoval, and Mr. Guerra forced to send it to the corner kick. There's a corner kick. Rejected by Hurtado. Hoya acting as his own sweeper that time. Long kick upfield. Who's going to take care of it? It's Duffy. Stopped on midfield by Jesus Sandoval. On the mark is Vidal Hurtado. Glad to see Coach Hurtado having recuperated from his knee injury. The shot. Short touch right in the mouth of the goal. Is he going to tap it in? It's going to be Guerra taking control of the ball. Rolling for Hurtado, right-footed touch, can't quite wrangle it down. Mr. Lindstrom can't. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be, it could be, it might be, it is. Central Air putting it into play. It will be a throw-in deep in their own half of the field. A push-up field that time by Cristian Rivas. Recuperated by Henson and Hurtado. The long push-up field for Lindstrom. Shot across. Stopped with some degree of difficulty by Damian Sandoval! And the shot by Nigel Hunter kisses the upright. Referee says it's a corner kick. Hoya was standing there. Now he shares a laugh there, a smile with Hunter there. It will be a corner kick for Bad Apples. And just like we were predicting, little by little, Bad Apples was turning the tide after a very quick start by Central Air. It is the 9th minute of play, 9 minutes, 18 seconds to be exact. This moment of the game brought to you by Central Washington Paint, proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action. Hurtado on the corner kick. Punched away by Hoya. Trying again is Duffy. Guerra. Past Lindstrom. A couple of funny bounces there. Rejected by Sandoval with more urgency than style. That's Jesus Sandoval. Daniel Sandoval now across midfield for Cristian Rivas. Good takeaway that time by Parker. Parker finding Lindstrom, opening the game up for Hurtado. Ball gets away from him a little bit. 10 minutes 7. Shot across. Right flank and a diving palomita by Nigel Hunter. Well, perhaps deserved better, but a good effort nonetheless by Bad Apples, a diving hitter. Rivas trying to find Daniel Sandoval. Ball sails a little too tall of an order for Central Air. It will be a substitution for Central Air. It looks like Elias Fordney will return to the pitch. Number 6 on his back. And we have another substitution. We'll tell you in a second who it is. It looks like it's number 5, Arlo Gibbs. Bad Apples on the move, trying to find Lindstrom in the center of Central Air territory. Instead, they find Jesus Sandoval. Sandoval, the push-up field, looking for Rusty Gibbs. Ball sails wide and goes out of bounds. 11 minutes, 11 seconds into this first half of play. Lindstrom. The shot, not a major worry for goalkeeper Rudy Joya. Across midfield, shading towards the left side for Elias Forney, who finds Rusty Gibbs. That one is Rivas. Rivas, the chase for Arlo Gibbs. Ball sails a little wide. It will go out of bounds. Throw in for Bad Apples. These losses of possession could be costly for a team like Central Air that is struggling to regain the momentum. There's a shot, and with a lot of poison on that dart, but however, the ball sails a little wide. A good effort by Eric Duffy of Bad Apples. Let's continue. Let's try to complete the thought. These losses of possessions at midfield could be costly for a team like Central Air that is struggling to regain the momentum they had at the beginning of the first half. They need to be a little more careful, a little more crisp with those passes. Not like that. Exactly. Hurtado and Sandoval, two coaches battling for it. Hurtado, the push-up field, looking to find Lindstrom. Lindstrom has to retreat a little bit. Lindstrom, is he going to get a shot across? He's going to play short. Now the shot across, and like a firefighter coming in with a big hose of water. It looks like it was Damian Sandoval keeping the Rhines from catching on fire. The ball goes out of bounds. Shot across. Jesus Sandoval once again on the outlet touch, connecting with Fordney. Gibbs now finding Damian Sandoval. Christian Rivas. Rivas, the good touch. Fordney, a bit too long. Fordney can't catch up to it. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Bad Apples putting it back into play. In for Central Air's number 8, Joseph Wall, who's greeted really warmly by one of the opposing players, Jordan Lindstrom. They must be friends. And now number 13, Omar Solis, is in for Central Air. This could be a good tactic for Central Air, keeping those legs fresh, especially when the sun is beating down pretty hard for an October afternoon. The long kick upfield. Defensive header by Arlo Gibbs doesn't quite work. Recovered by Duffy. Duffy leaves Wall. Shot across. Joya clearing it out with his feet. Trying to push it upfield is Rusty Gibbs, finding Christian Rivas. Rivas opening the game up for the left side. The long push upfield with more optimism than accuracy by Forney. Guerra. The header that time by Thompson. Thompson finding Lindstrom. Lindstrom and Duffy. Duffy and Joya. And Duffy still prevailing. Now looking for some help inside of the box. The short header. Lindstrom blocked away by Christian Rivas, sending it out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for Bad Apples. Substitution coming for Bad Apples. It looks like Josh Brack will replace Lindstrom here as we approach Who knows what we approach? It's a mystery, folks. 15:04. Thank you, Javier. Javier Reina not suiting up today for Bad Apples. Duffy on the corner kick. Cleared away by Hoya with more urgency than style. It will be for another corner kick as we approach the 16th minute of play here in Cashmere. We need a name for this field, folks. I was thinking Fantasma Figueroa Field in honor of what one of Javier's favorite players. Duffy, pushed away by Hoya. Back to Duffy. I think I'm going to go with Ivo Vasai Field. He's Ivo Vasai, Fabián Estay, Carlos Reynoso. What do you say, Javier? Ivo Vasai, all right. Ivo Vasai Field. That works for me. Legendary player for Magallanes, Everton, Colo-Colo in Chile, Stade Reims in France, and of course, Los Rayos del Necaxa in Mexico. Quick shot across. Wall on the recovery. Across midfield. Fortney. Rivas. Cleared away by the back line of Bad Apple. 17 minutes minus 2 seconds right now. A bit of a shove there. Referee says play continues. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Central Air with the ball. Rivas finding Fortney. Fortney finding Rivas, but first on it, with very little concern for style points, is Mark Henson sending it to the throw-in. The quick touch. Trying to find Thompson. Harrison. Duffy. Across midfield. Trying to find one of those tall forwards. Finds one. Thompson. Whistle on the play, foul called. It should be Central Air ball. But will it be a foul or will it be a throw-in? Let's check. There's the throw-in. Good run. The takeaway that time by Solis. Under some pressure, he's getting fouled, and the tempers are flaring a little bit. The referee better get involved here. It will be a free kick for Central Air. No question these players are taking this league seriously, Javier. No question at all. Right-footed kick awaits. Omar Solis, one on the wall. Solis, the shot, and a beauty of a shot. Kisses the upright and stays in bounds right at the corner flag. Central Air still putting some pressure. Recovered by Duffy. Stopped nimbly by Fortney. The takeaway. This could be interesting. It's a one-on-one. Waiting for it in the heart of the box. It looked like, it was number 9 there, Mejia, defending. Before Josh Brack could get to it. There's a substitution here. Jesus Sandoval will return to the action for Central Air. 90 minutes 19 on the clock. There's a pretty cool airplane flying overhead. Over at Riverside, we have the paragliders. Here we have the airplanes. All kinds of entertainment. Good takeaway that time. Sandoval, Jesus. Jesus Sandoval. This guy knows what to do with the ball on his feet. I like that. Opening the game up. Looking for some help is Daniel Sandoval. Back to Jesus Sandoval. Off to the races, but way out of position was that touch to Arlo Gibbs. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Bad Apples. We have a substitution. It looks like Joe Parker is in for Bad Apples. 20 minutes, 5 seconds into this first half of play. And now Nigel Hunter is in as well for Bad Apples. Stopped at midfield. Cristian Rivas. Retreating a little bit for Jesus Sandoval. Surveying his territory. Inching into Bad Apples land. A nice little fancy move that time. Omar Solis shot across and well surrounded. He finds himself, but Jesus Sandoval can't catch up to it. Referee blows his whistle. It will be a foul. Quick handshake between the two participants there. One of them was Jesus Sandoval. The other one doesn't have a number. Who? Cheetah. Oh, Jita Cooley, number 0. All right. I thought you said Cheetah. I was like, what is it, a Tarzan movie? Okay. Sandoval. Jesus Sandoval. 21-12 on the clock. The triangulation by Bad Apples across the center alley. Combination doesn't quite work. Off to the rescue is Cristian Rivas. Across the center alley for Jesus Sandoval. Retreating for Wall. The long push-up field. Good idea. With some spaces, Damian Sandoval 1-2 for the shot across. On the mark is Parker. There's a whistle on the play. Foul call. Correct decision. Putting it back into action rather quickly is Central Air trying to surprise the back line of Bad Apples. No such luck. Trying again is Cristian Rivas. Cristian Rivas, Sandoval. The shot. Sandoval. Jesus Sandoval sends it with more optimism than accuracy that time. There's the whistle that tells us that this first half has come to an end. We're still tied at 0-0. Bad Apples and Central Air United. It is the quarterfinals of the Cashmere Cup, Cashmere Soccer League Cup. We'll be right back after this break. Momentum switch. And now we have the second half for you. Let's see if Bad Apples can continue what for long stretches of the first half looked like it was going to be sooner or later the result of a complete domination, but towards the end, the tide began to turn again. So it was a bit of an Ali Frazier sort of deal. It was Ali, it was Frazier, it was Ali, it was Frazier. Now it was first it was Central Air, then it was Bad Apples for a long stretch, and then little by little Bad Apples kind of let go of the gas a little bit, took the foot off the gas and allowed Central Air to get back into this one. But the ultimate stat, the fact that really matters, is a 0-0 tie. There's a long ball by Hurtado right at the hands of Joya. Remember that in this second half, Central Air, decked in blue tops, will go from left to right and does go from left to right with Jesus Sandoval connecting with Forney. Forney opening the game up for Cristian Rivas. Rivas trying to get past Hurtado, can't quite do that. And then Hurtado will play the reset button. Switching across the alley for Hunter. Hunter, touch to the back for Parker. The long push-up field. Defensive header by Central Air. There's Cooley. On the retort, Rivas. Forney. Want to beat, can't quite do it. Rejected by Hurtado. Hurtado not happy with his effort. Jesus Sandoval on the recovery at midfield for Central Air. Finding Cristian Rivas. The long push-up field for Sandoval Jesus. The give and go doesn't quite work. On the quick counter-attack, Hunter. Off the ball by Lindstrom. Hunter want to beat the shot. Hunter and the stop by Joya. What happens if we're tied after 44 minutes? 3 PKs apiece. Thank you very much. 3 penalty kicks. There will be a winner in this contest. Hurtado. The push-up field for Hunter. Shot across. Stopped by Jesus Sandoval. Sandoval to the crowd. It will be a throw-in for Bad Apples. Vidal Hurtado connecting with the skipper Guerra. Angel Guerra. The Angel of War in Spanish. The long ball upfield. The header that time by Alexander Thompson doesn't quite work to his liking. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Rudy Joya of Central Air putting it back into action. This moment of the game brought to you by La Tortuga Loca, Mexican restaurant in the heart of downtown Cashmere, proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action in this 2024 season. A long push upfield, the header! Oh, missed by a hair, still managed to shoot across, but it doesn't quite work. Jim Fernandez with a good opportunity for Central Air. Guerra. Cooley. It was Gibbs, actually, with that shot, who's slips trying to mark Cooley just now. There's Gibbs, beating Cooley to it. Rusty Gibbs. Good takeaway that time. This could be interesting. Lindstrom, left-footed touch. Lindstrom! And Bad Apples get on the board. 3 minutes, 48 seconds. In this second half of play, nothing Rudy Joya could do. And just like that, Jordan Lindstrom gives Bad Apples the lead, 1-0. 25 minutes overall, 3 minutes of the second half. Sandoval, let's see how Central Air responds to this bit of adversity. A quick give and go down the right side. Nimbly interrupted by the defense of Bad Apples. Hurtado trying to find Lindstrom. The touch sails a little wide, a little high actually. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Central Air. Defensive header by Thompson. Ball goes out of bounds. Putting it back into play is Damian Sandoval. Cristian Rivas. Fortney. Damian. The header. Golazo! What a header! My goodness, beautiful combination. And the lead evaporates quickly for Bad Apples. The header by Daniel Sandoval in the 5th minute of the second half. And we're tied at 1 apiece. What a combination down the flank, shot across, and a clean, crisp header. Nothing Angel Guerra could do. So that question got answered quickly, folks. We said, how will Central Air respond to this little bit of adversity? Well, that's how. By tying it up in a matter of 180 seconds. Cooley. Touch to the back for Guerra. Guerra. Trying to find Lindstrom. Beaten to it by Fernandez. The push-up field. Connecting with Daniel Sandoval. Out of the box. The shot! And it bounces off a defender. Connecting with Damian Sandoval. Now backs to Daniel. Fortney. Rivas. Quite the momentum booster, that goal for Central Air. Seems to have found a bit of a second win here. There will be a substitution. It will be Omar Solis going in for Central Air. This moment of the game brought to you by Alignment Pros and Express Lube, another proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action. There's a shot that perhaps deserved better, and Daniel Sandoval cannot hide his frustration seeing the ball sail over the crossbar. Substitution coming for the folks in green. This time it will be Mark Henson, number 7, going in for Bad Apples. Shot across. Lindstrom. Oh my goodness! With the tippy toes, Eric Duffy. Referee says it doesn't count. Referee says, oh, it's a slide. You cannot slide. That's right. You cannot slide to reach the ball. We had a penalty kick in the first game for that very reason, a slide tackle, correct? So, and then the blue team was the Rangers, just sent it over the crossbar there. Must have been a crow looking at him funny. So that goal does not count. Good job by the referee applying the rule. And an even better job by these competitors not complaining about it. They just took it and went right back to business. Hurtado. Back to Guerra. Opening the game up for Henson. Back to Guerra. Neither of these teams want to go into penalty kicks, folks. I am almost certain of it. Damian Sandoval battling Duffy, and a hard charge by Duffy that time. Referee says it will be Central Air United ball. This moment of the game brought to you by Central Air Solutions, another proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action in this year 2024. We're coming down the home stretch here, folks. Just a couple more weeks left of soccer, and then... Oh, and a good shot that time from outside by Omar Solis, and Guerra responds in an even better fashion. Just a couple more weeks, and just like a bear, we enter hibernation. And we'll hopefully see you next year when the snow begins to melt. And we get the chance to shout soccer, shout goal, shout, hey, penalty, hey, referee, what are you blind? All over again. Not that I recommend it. Josh Brack with the ball. Shot across. Looking for Duffy, and first on it is Rudy Joya. Good job by both goalkeepers today. Nothing they could do on either goal. Nothing they could do. Charge on the play called against Central Air. It will be Guerra himself putting it back into play for Bad Apples. Long touch, not a major concern for Mr. Joya. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Central Air putting it back into play. In for Central Air's Arlo Gibbs, number 5. Rudy Joya. Oh my goodness, that one's hurt. That one hurts. They're going to check. It looks like it will be Omar Solis accusing an elbow to the back of the head. It will be a free kick for Central Air. 2 on the wall. One of them is Hurtado. Looks like the other one is Brack or Duffy. Right footed touch. Ouch. It was Duffy after all. There's Brack. Duffy first on it. Duffy. Left footed touch. Duffy. And Mr. Joya just limits himself to watching it sail by with more than just a little bit of relief there. Substitution coming for Central Air. Cristian Rivas, after taking a breather, will return to the pitch. We're approaching the 12th minute of play here. Right behind the middle school at Ivo Basay Field, as we've decided to call it. Wall. The touch by Forney sails out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Bad Apples. Duffy. The Angel of War, Angel Guerra. Guerra. Henson. Back to Guerra. Up ahead is Harrison. Guerra's going to go a different way. The long ball. Looking for one of those forwards. The ball sails over those forwards and goes out of bounds. Hoya will put it back into action for Central Air. 12 minutes, 30 seconds into this second half of play. We're still tied at 1-1. Remember, folks, that if this game ends up tied at the end of regulation, we go to kicks from the penalty spot. 3 apiece. Wall. Switching across the center alley. Pushing it upfield now for Rivas. Rivas returning. That one is Fortney. Rivas, good position. Waiting for it is Jesus Sandoval. Rivas on the mark is Hurtado. Shot across. And that one sails out of bounds. It will be Angel Guerra putting it back into action for Bad Apples. Couple of substitutions. One of them is Jordan Lindstrom going in. The other one is Gira Cooley, looks like. I don't know what that was about by Coach Hurtado, but we'll take it. Henson. Cooley. Harrison. Duffy. Henson. Opening the game up for Lindstrom. Lindstrom. On the mark is Rusty Gibbs. Good takeaway. Looking for Jesus Sandoval. Harrison is for there first. And Hoya. This could be interesting. Oh, my goodness. A bit of a tough break. Duffy looking to connect with Josh Brack. Wall to the rescue, keeping the range from catching on fire. And advice couldn't be more straightforward. Hoya, be careful with those. Hansen. Eric Harrison. Back to Hansen. Jesus Sandoval taking a slip there. Harrison. Rivas on the mark, but keeping his distance. Back to Hansen. 14 minutes 37 into this second half. Lindstrom, 2 waiting inside the box. Ball bounces off the arm of Sandoval, but he did not move the arm. There's no intention to play the ball illicitly. Good decision by the referee. Or rather, good no decision by the referee. Guerra off the throw-in. Hoya. Sandoval. A touch by Sandoval interrupted by Harrison. A handball that time. Whistle on the play. It was Duffy who played it off of his hand there. It will be a free kick for Central Air. Will a second tally be the dagger in the heart of the opponent here? Or will we see a repeat of what happened after the Bad Apples goal? There's Guerra punching it away. A bit of a collision there between Wall and Josh Brack. Whistle on the play. It will be Bad Apples putting it back into action. It will be a free kick. The referee asks the ball be placed in the correct spot, which was about 5 yards back when Bad Apples wanted to play it. Rejected by Central Air. Off to the races now. Good move for Rivas. Rivas pushing the pause button, waiting for the troops to advance. Inside the box, defensive header by Bad Apples. Trying again is Fortney. Where's Guerra? There's Guerra. He's going to let it sail out of bounds. 16 minutes 32 on the clock. And Bad Apples and Central Air United in a bit of a war of attrition here. Tied 1 apiece. The long push-up field. Duffy and Wall. First on it is Hoya. Good job by Wall that time. Not allowing Duffy to overcome him. Rejected by Harrison. Ball goes out of bounds. Substitution for Central Air in is Daniel Sandoval. Serving it on the throw-in is Wall. Looks like Hansen is going to take a breather here. There's the throw-in. Another throw-in now. This time it's Christian Rivas serving it. Rivas. The header. By Gibbs. Ball goes out of bounds. Another throw-in. Rivas once again. Rivas will yield to Daniel Sandoval. There's another header. Doesn't quite work. Gibbs, Arlo Gibbs. Across the center alley for Daniel Sandoval. Shot across, and a right-footed kick by Damian Sandoval sails a little wide. Substitution coming, yes indeed. It was just a short break for Mr. Hansen, who's right back in it and gets his first touch almost right away off of Guerra. Switching across the center alley for Parker. 18:42 on the clock. Last handful of minutes in the second half. Parker. Duffy. Good takeaway. Sandoval. Good find. Connecting. Inside the box, right. Oh, my goodness! What a shot by Omar Solis from the left side. That probably deserved better, folks. Good combination. Good combination between Sandoval. I believe it was Daniel, but let me double check. From the right side to the left, and Omar Solis delivered a shot that just barely missed kissing the upright. It was Daniel Sandoval indeed. Sandoval, and now Wall, blocking the penetration on the left side by Duffy. It will be a goal kick. Hoya, Henson on the defense. Parker. Good move. Lindstrom with some space. This could be dangerous. Lindstrom. This one's powerful. The shot. And another good job by Wall. Cleanly closing in on the angle, not allowing a clean shot from Lindstrom. And it will be Mr. Hoya playing it with Wall. Rusty Gibbs. Christian Rivas. Daniel Sandoval. Shot across. Defensive effort by Hunter. The push-up field by Bad Apples. Lindstrom and Wall. Lindstrom forced to backtrack a little bit. There he goes again. Duffy. Opening the game up for Cooley. Cooley shot across. Back to Lindstrom. Good combination. A bit of a fall there. Referee says everybody fell. Nobody fouled. Hunter clearing the way. The shot over the crossbar. And Hunter cannot hide his frustration. 21 minutes. 1 minute left in regulation. Hunter looks like a cartoon of a guy, he's mad. He's really cheesed off. Corner kick. Hoya diving. The shot! Step on the line! Oh my goodness, what a save! What a save! And they're asking, and they're getting a penalty kick. Last minute, Daniel Sandoval has been called for a penalty kick. Javier Reina, your call. He's shrugging, and now a very irate but slightly amused Jesus Sandoval is getting some advice from an unlikely source, Josh Brack from the other team. So what will it be? Will it be a penalty kick? Penalty kick, yes indeed. Penalty kick with seconds to spare. 22:05 now. Two actors, one scene, and a very controversial ending for this game. In the last minute, a penalty in the last minute, and it looks like it will be Lindstrom. Yes, indeed. Lindstrom playing some mind games with Hoya. Completely unnecessary, in my opinion. Lindstrom, there's the shot. Lindstrom, goal. That does it, 2-1. So maybe enough time for one more play here. Lindstrom gives the lead to Bad Apples. Let's see if there's enough time. Referee checks his watch. Rivas, not the ending this game deserved, in my opinion. Hurtado, and there's the whistle that tells us that this goes into the books. In nail-biting fashion, Bad Apples has survived a very game Central Air United by a score of 2-1. We'll be right back with the player of the game right after this. Welcome back to Cashmere Middle School, Ivo Vasai Field, as we've chosen to call it. We've just witnessed a barn burner of a game between Central Air and Bad Apples, with Bad Apples winning in nail-biting fashion by a score of 2-1. Next to me is whom we've chosen as the player of the game, Angel Guerra of Bad Apples. Angel, welcome. Was this the toughest test you faced all season long?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was telling the guys. It's like we show up every game. Every single game we have the same players, so what you see is what you get. And other teams usually miss a player or two, and when it comes to the playoffs, everybody comes. So we haven't seen their best, but they've seen our best. So they can adjust to what we have, and it sometimes takes 5 to 10 minutes to get used to what they have.
What gave you trouble about them? Because they started really strong.
Yeah, they if every team that I was watching that's going to face us next, that's the way to play us. It's sit behind and wait for us. Because we try to do the counter, we try to play fast, and they were waiting for us. And that's long ball doesn't work well with us. So when they wait for us and cut those passes, that's when it makes it difficult.
What made the difference today? Why were you able to get out of here with a win?
I think it was just the intensity, right? That's what we value our team as. Is we try hard. We don't let any balls go out of play. We play 100%, and so I think that was made a difference. They played hard too. They're a good team, and they have young talent, which I feel like if they continue to play, they're gonna end up dominating the league one of these years.
All right. Now up ahead, you got Atlas against Botafogo. The winner plays you. Do you have a preference?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter when it comes to this stage. It is what it is. It's playoffs, so that's what we play for, and that's what we live for.
Now, towards the end of the second half, before you guys took the final lead, I saw you playing really way off your line. Was there a reason for that? Were you feeling the urgency of, okay, we got to get this done, otherwise it's penalty kicks?
Well, I always categorize myself as a modern goalkeeper.
So you play off of
Yeah, I play like a sweeper, and my teammates trust me with the ball on my feet. Like I feel like I have good feet, and they trust me with it. So it feels like we have an extra man, especially if they're dropping so back far. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Congratulations on a very, very hard-fought victory. That was Angel Guerra, the Angel of War, as we call them during the broadcast, a goalkeeper for Bad Apples. The final score, 2 for Bad Apples, 1 for Central Air. On behalf of everyone involved, I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.